Tensions rising on Capitol Hill and around the nation as lawmakers remain at odds over how to reopen the federal government. Hello, thanks for joining us here at 6. I'm Rolly Hoyt.
And I'm Faith Woodard. This is day 9 of the government shutdown, and as federal workers continue to not be paid, more and more people are being affected.
Yeah, Democrats aren't budging, making it well known they want to include an extension of Affordable Care Act subsidies that are set to expire at the end of the year. But neither are Republican lawmakers like President Trump, who says their congressional counterparts are holding everyone hostage by not agreeing to a deal. And during a cabinet meeting today, President Trump also threatened to cut other federal programs he says are popular with his rivals.
We'll be cutting some very popular Democrat programs that aren't popular with Republicans, frankly, because that's the way it works. They wanted to do this, so we'll give them a little taste of their own medicine. But Chuck Schumer proclaimed this morning that every day gets better for them. No, every day it's actually getting worse for them. And they're having a rebellion in the Democrat Party because they want to stop.
The impasse is triggering headaches at airports nationwide, with air traffic control facilities experiencing an increase in sick calls. TSA agents and air traffic controllers at Clinton National are among those working without pay, all while airlines announce new flight options.
DH11's Carter 3 went there today. He joins us here in the studio to explain what travelers need to know.
That's right. The folks at the airport tell me that so far things are running smoothly during this government shutdown, but there could be some impacts at larger airports that could then trickle down to us here in Little Rock.
It has been a really busy quarter for us here at the airport.
But as the activity goes up, the pay for federal workers goes down to zero for some during the government shutdown, according to Airport Director of Public Affairs Shane Carter.
Whether it's TSA or the FAA controllers or Customs and Border Protection officers, they're continuing to work without pay, and they're making our airport continue to operate safely and effectively.
So far, all indications are that these employees will be paid for this time when the government opens back up. But depending how long the shutdown goes on, employees could go unpaid for quite a while. It makes passengers like Elizabeth Box feel bad.
I can understand how it would be hard to go weeks without being paid. I might have to get a different job myself if that were to happen with me.
Box has already experienced an impact of the shutdown. She planned to visit Blanchard Springs Caverns near Mountain View, but due to the shutdown, her tour was canceled because that's a national forest. Meanwhile, at the airport, Carter says they haven't experienced any shutdown-related delays, but you never know what'll happen at other airports across the country.
When you have a connecting flight, you need to be mindful of any types of delays or cancellations. And with that, keep up with what's going on through your airline's app or their website, and just have the most information as possible.
And it's a good thing the airport is operating normally. They've recently added direct flights to Salt Lake City and Phoenix, and just announced flights to Nashville and Orlando starting next year. Carter says these options will save time for travelers and showcase the growth of Little Rock and Central Arkansas.
It shows that our market is growing. Whenever a flight is added at this airport, it is because not only the region is growing, but our team is working very hard to bring additional options to our customers.
Now, I reached out to TSA for more information on how this shutdown could affect them and their service, and they tell me that the majority of their workers will continue to work and they haven't seen any meaningful delays yet, but they say there could be some on the horizon, and they ask passengers to remain patient.
All right, Carter, thank you. As for those flights, service to Nashville will start on March 5th and service to Orlando right at the start of summer on June 6th. Well, Chris Jones is kicking off his run for Congress by hosting a town hall in downtown Little Rock focused on issues like the shutdown. He will also speak about representation in Congress, education, healthcare, and public safety. Right now, there's a block party with food trucks, live music, and family activities, and the town hall itself starts at 6:30.
A funding debate at the state capitol today as lawmakers move to restore money that's been cut off from a handful of small cities and towns. They haven't turned in their audits on time, and that's shut off what are called turnback funds. In some cases, that state money represents a huge chunk of how small towns operate. The question for the subcommittee today, do they keep the pressure on or give a few a free pass?
They got it. So if we bend or twist this for a small number, when we have this many that have complied, I think that sends the wrong message.
There are probably going to be 4 cities. It doesn't matter if you give them at the end of this year, next year, whenever. They're probably not going to comply.
They shut down a water department. That's a big deal for a town. I mean, and who does that hurt? That hurts the people. Even though the cities are at fault, the pain is felt by the people.
In the end, the panel moved to recommend the state restore the money. The full auditing committee, though, will have to vote on the mechanics of doing that when they meet tomorrow morning.
Got a little while left to head outside and enjoy the beautiful sunset that we have over the downtown area, really all of Arkansas. Skies are clear statewide, and it was a lovely day today. More lovely weather coming up heading into your weekend. Check out your numbers. We're now down to 74 in Little Rock, off a high today that managed the upper 70s. Mountain Home 72, but it's 82 in Texarkana. Just to give you an idea, 10-degree spread there. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, coolest morning of the run of days that we're expecting to feel the impacts of that frontal boundary. So tomorrow morning, Clinton 48 by the time you wake up, Batesville as well, Little Rock 52, 52 Arkadelphia. There could be some spotty areas in northeast, north central, and even central Arkansas that touch the upper 40s. Now from there, opening of the Arkansas State Fair tomorrow. We start off at 52, we'll wind up at 79, but a warming trend is coming up as we head into your weekend. All the way, we'll take a look at your high school football and the Razorback forecast as well. Back to you.
Tom, thank you. Tonight, Little Rock police officer Sidney Lewis faces charges of driving while intoxicated and reckless driving, all after being pulled over for allegedly speeding and then failing a sobriety test last Saturday night. The department says she was off duty at the time. They placed her on administrative leave as they investigate. Lewis has been with the department since February of last year. And tonight we're also following up on the story we brought you last week from Pope County. We hear from the now former marshal from Dover, Nathan Jones. It's the first time he's speaking since video surfaced of him threatening workers at a smoke shop, leading to him getting fired. We showed you the camera footage from the incident where the off-duty Jones said, quote, "I am the law in the town." We spoke to the store's owner, Robert Shelton, and tonight at 10, we'll hear from Jones to get his side of what went down.
Meanwhile, we're learning from the Chickamauga Nation that they will hold a press conference tonight in Franklin County over its concern for the proposed prison there. It's the latest move after what the tribe says has been a series of attempts to meet with the Board of Corrections. Western Region Medal Chief Justin Flanagan says he hopes it will help educate the public on their heritage and specifically what they claim is their history at the proposed site. This summer, they say they collected evidence proving the existence of ancient graves and artifacts there and now want to show it.
This is kind of a matter of education. A lot of people weren't taught about our tribe, whether it was in high school or college or whatever education they have. So we feel it's our duty to educate people who we are, what our capabilities are, what our rights are within our treaty region.
Despite those claims from the Chickamauga Nation, the Department of Corrections says database records show there are no previously recorded archaeological sites or historic properties at the proposed site.
ARDOT held a special event to remember the 92 workers who've lost their lives on the job over the years, but also served as a reminder for drivers and all of us to be aware when we're on the road. The ceremony took place at state headquarters here in Little Rock. Recent legislative actions are backing up awareness campaigns by the agency, and new laws put green lights on construction trucks, and fines are now doubled in work zones. We spoke to ARDOT Director Jared Wiley to learn about what it means to those directly involved.
Well, it means the world to us. It's hard to put it into words, but these folks out here that work with ARDOT and Arkansas Highway Police, they're selfless.
The people on the memorial all lost their lives while on the job over the 7 decades since the formation of what's now called the Arkansas Department of Transportation.
Meanwhile, Cabot High School's Medical Academy hosted its 3rd annual Health and Wellness Expo, giving students a hands-on chance to consider careers in healthcare. About 30 booths featured local hospitals, clinics, therapy centers, and emergency services, where students demonstrated skills like CPR and anatomy. The event is student-led, with participants organizing and running activities to engage their classmates.
It started as Unity Health going to bring the Mega Brain out here, and we decided to turn it into something that just promotes health and wellness in all aspects, things that our students can demonstrate, the skills they're learning in their classes here, but also partner with our community partners and just see what they can do and what's available to them at this level.
The Medical Academy offers courses from introductory health care to certified nursing assistant training and emergency preparedness, giving students early exposure to medical careers, job shadowing, and industry connections.
Well, the state fair attracts thousands of people, many of them by car. What you need to know about this year's new traffic patterns to help you go with the flow.
And it's homecoming season once again. What some at UAPB are saying that makes the celebration so special.